Everyone, welcome to the next part on how the pocket option site works. Today we're going to be talking about this low section here, and we're going to be discussing a little bit about about indicators and just a little bit of example of how to use them. So first, what I mean by indicators are these lines here and this one also. So let me remove it first and I'll show you how how we can add it. So remove this also. So remove this, okay. So initially a lot of our interface will look like this. You can zoom in, zoom out, but if you want to add indicators, there are several indicators I use though, but there are two I would like to show us today. So the first one is so we'll click on this menu button, then we'll click this indicator tab. The indicator tab is the second one after this candlestick one. So we'll click on this. So the first one I'd like to show us is the RSI, and the next one is stochastic. Now there are a few other ones I use, like moving average, Kettner channel. I think there's one other one. Yes, this one called zigzag. I use it a lot. So I'm going to show us how it works basically. Now this is the RSI. Some people call it relative strength index, something like that. I'm really sorry if I butchered the name, but the name is not really important to me as much as what it does. So I think it's relative strength index. So what it does is it tells you the strength of between the buyers and the sellers. So for example, if the RSI is at the middle, like on this 50 mark, it means that the strength between the buyers and the sellers in the market is kind of relatively average, and usually that happens most of the time in ranging markets, when the market is ranging and the range is not too high like that. But immediately you begin to have maybe an uptrend, then you see this RSI move towards, it begins to move towards the upside, towards 70 mark. If we check the previous market, you see the RSI move up, then moves down. You can see here, so it moves down a little bit, then went up, and you can see the trend was also going up while the RSI was also going up. And also, if the trend is coming down, like you can see from here, all this area, the trend is coming down like this, and you can see the RSI moving down also. Now it's not really a straight line thing, but it kind of tells you the strength of the buyers and the sellers in the market, so that you can take better trade, or you can make better trade decisions. Now the other one I like to talk about is this stochastic oscillator. I'm currently using the default setting both for the RSI and the stochastic oscillator here, so there's nothing to change. Once you just add it, you can use it like that. Now if you need to change anything for any other indicators I specify, I would certainly talk about it. So here now, the stochastic kind of does the same thing though, but there's a little bit of twist on it, because stochastic has these two moving averages, and usually depending on the position and the position of the moving averages, it tells you a little bit about the market. For example, anytime you see the stochastic oscillator around this 20 mark, and when it crosses each other, it tells you that the market is overbought, and there's a very tendency that the market will need, like the trend is changing and it's going to move to the upside. Exactly, look at what happened here around this area. The price has been as there's a downtrend here, though it's a minor downtrend, but there's a downtrend here, and it came down, the price came down to this point, and at this point the stochastic was saying that okay, the market is overbought, it needs to so the market needs to go up, and before you know it, you can see the trend changes and the price action begins to go up. Now when it got to this point, so if you can see now over here, you understand the RSI was way past the 70 mark at the point here, but you can see the stochastic oscillator for a very long time was, over the 80 mark here. It tells you that the market was overbought for a very long was overbought for a very long was overbought for a very long time. And you got to this place at this point, the market, the trend decides to like move down and change, comes to the down. So there are two things to just understand. Oversold when it's below the 20 mark is oversold, and when it's above the 80 mark is overbought. So most of the time when you see this stochastic oscillator crossing each other above 80 mark, you just know that the market has been overbought. Very soon the trend will change, and the trend is going to come down. The buyers are going to sweep in and push the price down, and it usually happen a lot of times. You can see here too, it came up from here to this point, it got to this point, what happened, came down. If you check this exact area also, is this exact area on the stochastic. So it became overbought, it came down, the trend changes. So usually you can easily see the stochastic as more like a trend indicator. When the trend is about to change, just by looking at this stochastic indicator. Now you can combine one or two indicators to be able to make certain decisions in the market, which is very good way to actually see the market, because you need all the help you can get. Though I would say something about indicators though. Most indicators are lagging indicator, especially this stochastic. The RSI is a little bit very close to real time, though it's not exactly real time. All of them respond to the price action in the market, how the market is doing. So usually I tell people to read these candlesticks first. One of my mentors talks about candlestick psychology. He teaches candlestick psychology a lot. Very soon I'll be introducing a lot of the courses that my mentor talks about. When he talks about most of these things, I'm going to be introducing to all of us, so that we can really understand the market. Understanding the market is not very difficult, but you need a lot of practice and you need a lot of study to understand the market. And once you understand the market, you can easily make good profits. So that's just how it is basically. Now there's few other indicators I would like to show us. So I'll click this arrow I tucked away on the side, and you can see the indicators I use. The first one I would like to show most of the time is this zigzag indicator. I'll show you. Now this zigzag indicator, usually I use it as a trend indicator, just to know what has happened in the market. So it's based on one particular psychology that tells you that the market goes up, comes down, goes up, comes down. So anytime you see that the market is at the down area, and you see that at that same area, you see that the stochastic has also crossed the oversold area, then you know that very soon it will soon go up. You can see now this market comes down, goes up, comes down again, then goes up again, then comes down. Now after coming down, the next thing the market will do is to go up. It's just simple logic, and it's not very, very difficult. Now when it's going to go up, how long it's going to go up, you don't know. You understand? Now that one is for you to figure out based on the candles. You understand? And it's very possible that it might come like this, and it might still go down, but you will be able to tell just by reading the candles basically, and studying. The more you study the candles, the more you understand them, and the more you can tell, okay, which indicator is telling what the indicators are telling you, and you can easily make decisions based on what all the indicators are saying. Now I know this video is a little bit long, but let me quickly touch on the other ones. I'll close this quickly. So there's this one called the Kettner channel. So let me quickly tell you, this is a Kettner channel. This is how it is. And the settings for the cardinal channel, I need to show you this because it's not the default. Now usually you will see the cardinal channel has this default, this multiplies on 1, but usually I change it to 2 so that it can be a little bit wider, I can see it properly. So now another thing you'll see here is that anytime the price action moves to the edge of the cardinal channel is an indication that the market is overbought. Is overbought, and very soon the sellers will come in and they'll push the price down. And it happens most of the time. If you check throughout, you see over here it got to the edge, it pushed down. Here it gets to the edge also, it's pushed down. It gets to the edge here, you can see. So little things like this can tell you what the market is doing, and you don't really have to stress about it. Now you can combine two indicators, just to confirm what the market is saying. Look at this area now. You can see the market is overbought here. Now you can see also the stochastic is telling the same thing, and the RSI is very close to the 70 mark. You can see. So all the three indicators are telling you that the trend will soon change. Easily you can take a 3-minute trade or 5-minute trade from this point to the downside, and you will easily win the trade. It's as simple as that. You understand? Look at what happened here also. The indicator is already at the edge here. The RSI tells you it's at the 70 mark. You can see it. So it means that the strength of the buyers is at the highest. Very soon the strength of the buyers are the highest. Very soon the sellers will come in and push the price down. And the stochastic oscillator is saying the same thing. So when you have three indicators say the same thing at the same time, it's telling you something about the market. You might want to pay attention to it. It's as simple as that, basically. Then I know the time is going now. I think in the next video I'll show you the two other indicators I use, though I don't use them too often like that, but I need to still touch about them. But I'm really out of time now, so I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much.